back to another video. In today's video I am going to be showing you guys a little concept that I came up with called the MCTCG, standing for the Minecraft trading card game. Now, I've not put this in. I've spent the last, I think, hour setting this up. Now, I got the idea from two things. So originally, I got the idea from Chesty Cuffs, which is a thing that Wilbur and Charlie Slimesicle made up in a Tommy Unit video called the Lava Ravine mod makes Minecraft 1000 times funnier. You know, Tommy's clickbait titles, they're all the same. And I thought it was really cool, because I always like card games. I collect Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards myself. I purely just collect Yu-Gi-Oh! But I also play Pokemon. Because we have like a club in school and stuff, which I go to, and we do tournaments and whatever. And I thought the idea of a Minecraft trading card game was really cool. So, after looking at that, and I actually made a couple different versions of a Minecraft trading card game before I made this, including previous versions of this exact game. But after tweaking a few things, this is kind of what I came up with. So originally, it was going to be just like Chesty Cast. You would have chests, and all different items would have their stats, and literally every single item in Minecraft would be a thing. I decided not to do that for this. In this, so what I did instead was I made 3 types of blocks: defense blocks, trap blocks, and attack items. And originally there was much more than this. Like there was stuff like glowstone, stuff for stairs and fences, and you could have doors, and the different like emerald blocks and stuff. One of my notebooks, I have a book of stuff. Like you could plant seeds and get health back. Some stuff like that I might add in the future. But for now, it's just a concept. Two, if I do make it into like an actual world and try to turn it into a series or whatever, it's gonna be a bit much to have all these different features straight off the bat. So for now, we're just gonna go with basics. Some stuff has been kept the same, but most of it's been changed just a tiny bit. So this is what a playing field looks like. It's 2 rectangles. The border doesn't have to be made out of wood, it can be made out of any block. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 different rows which will have stuff on them. Okay, so I decided to do a voiceover for this bit because I kind of fumbled my words a bit and it didn't really make sense. Basically what I'm saying is the core has to be a block which is not used inside the actual game as like defensive blocks, so that the person cannot when the break a block off the core if they need like an extra defense block and then just place it on the thing. So I decided to make it so that you could only make the core out of blocks that are not usable as actual defense blocks. Then and choose this. It's not like it's an actual league or anything, so if you want to make some tweaks to the rules and stuff, you can. So yeah, you've got the cores, which have 100 health, represented by 2 blocks on top of each other, so each one has 50 health. When you lose 50 health, you will take away one of the blocks. And you've got the second, here we'll go from the front. Up front, you've got the attack row. This is 3 armor stands. So yeah, you start off with these. You have to have these in your deck, or you have to have at least 1 in your deck. Otherwise, you just straight up can't win. I mean, I suppose you can win if you use traps to just carry, but yeah. For now, we're gonna say that you do have to have at least 1 in your deck. We will get to the base stats of stuff in a second. Then we've got the defense row. This is basically just 3 blocks. It doesn't all have to be the same block, can be different blocks. Originally, it was crazy, bro. I had like an evolving system where like blocks could evolve into higher levels of themselves with more stuff if you played like a certain amount, and also like the pitches were bigger. I think they had like multiple trap rows and like a third defense row, and the cores could use like 2 different types of blocks, and one would be used as a booster, and different blocks as a booster would have different effects. It was absolutely crazy. You also had like potions and stuff. It was mad. Anyway, so yeah, each of these will have their own separate halves. Now, as soon as you break 1 block on the first defense row, you can move to the one behind it on the second defense row. You can then also attack the trap row. However, if you break through, let's say you break through the middle one, you cannot then attack the side ones. If you break through the middle one, you have to break the middle one there. And yeah, so basically all of the fence blocks do have to be broken to be able to attack the core itself. Although this is probably going to be changed in the future, or we'll come up with some rule, because you are allowed to like replace defense blocks, but will probably have like a cooldown on it. So like, yeah, after a block gets broken, you have to wait like a certain amount of turns before you can replace it. That's probably what we're gonna do, especially if you're using like higher tier blocks. Such as like over here, you can see we have like all the different blocks. So this is the strongest one, Dark Prismarine. How much health was that? 18, yeah. There's meant to be one more. There's meant to be Obby with 20 health, but I kind of forgot to put that in. So yeah, I'll probably get some cooldown on that eventually. Anyway, here's the trap row. Basically, just again, 3 different things. Which come from the trap blocks, like selection thing, and then I'll show you guys the different effects of all the traps in a second. Another defense row, all have to be broken to attack the core, and yeah, so that's everything. Now we're gonna get onto the actual items and stuff you play, starting with the defense blocks. Now, we're gonna go through this pretty quickly. All types of wood planks, it have 5 health. Basic types of stone, by that I mean like, okay, I don't really know why I went for the word basic, but deep cobble, deep slate, smooth stone, stone, cobblestone, mossy cobblestone, and sandstone all have 8 health. For the sandstone, this doesn't just have to be normal sandstone, it can be all the different other types of sandstone as well. Then we have all decorative stones, have 10 health. That's all the stuff that is in the decorative stone category here. Mostly just like stone and black stone, like deep slate, stuff like that, bricks and stuff. That all has 10 health. Then all bricks except the ones inside decorative stones have 12 health. So these are probably like some of your, this is kind of going to be the more, like cobblestone is probably going to be the most common, and then these are going to be slightly less common, but most people are probably going to try and make sure they get them just so they have an upper hand and stuff, and then these are going to start to be the higher end ones. Then we have purple blocks, which can be found in not ancient cities, end cities. I am probably gonna switch these around. So Dark Prismarine is 15, and then purple is 18. Because I feel like purple is actually maybe we'll see, but I feel like purple might be harder to get than Dark Prismarine. Although Dark Prismarine might be harder, because then again you're kind of mining it underwater. Might get mining fatigue from the Elder Guardian. We'll see how it goes. Then we have the trap blocks. There used to be a ton more trap blocks. I forgot to add the trapdoor. To be fair, I don't even know what it'd do anyway. So this is what we'll go for now. But yeah, there used to be a ton more blocks. You used to be able to use like seeds and till dirt, and use like water buckets and lava buckets, and it was crazy. You could use vines, you could use ender pearls. Yeah, it was weird. It was mad. So yeah, here we have the lightning rod. After 3 turns, so when you play it, you have to wait 3 turns before it comes into effect. It deals 3 damage to all the defense blocks on defensive row 2. Then we have the solar panel, which negates the lightning rod. Then we have End Crystal and TNT. It works similarly to the lightning rod. After 5 turns of it being on the field, it deals 50% of the It deals 50% of the core's health to the core. So if the core's at full health, it will do 50. If the core's at 50 health, it will do 25. But there is going to be a cap on this where you can only... write that down. Can only be used once a game. Per sounds better. Once per game sounds better. I spelled game wrong. No. Can only be used once per game. There we go. And then we have Amethyst. Discard after 3 turns, deals 1 damage to core each turn. That's per thing, so if you have 3 amethysts set up, each one will do 1 damage to the core every turn it's on. So by the end you'll have 9 damage to the core, and you can play this unlimited amount of times, meaning if the game goes long enough and you get to play 10 of these, 10 sets of these, or is it 9? No, how many? 3? 4 sets of these, the core will just be gone, and I think you win. No, that's not how it works. I can't do math, someone else figure it out and put it in the comments. Anyway, and then the final one is the beacon. This is pretty OP, I'm gonna be honest. Every defense block on the field, on your side of the field, receives plus 10 health, meaning if you have like flipping full Dark Prismarine defense, which already has 80 in health, then and it's not been like touched yet, that is 28 health right there. So that's pretty cool. Moving on to the final category, which is attack items. So here is the armor stand, 10 base health and 2 base damage. Then we have leather armor. Each piece of leather armor is plus 2 health to the armor stand. And then chain armor plus 3 health, gold plus 4, iron plus 5, diamond plus 8, netherite plus 10. Then we go to the swords, netherite plus 10, diamond plus 8, iron plus 5, gold plus 4, stone plus 3, and wood plus 2. That is all we have for this video. If you guys do have any suggestions for what I can add to make this better, and possibly if you would like to see me actually make this into a world and like play matches against friends and stuff, do say so in the comments. Of course, if you did enjoy, please do leave a big fat thumbs up, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I shall see all of you in the next one. Goodbye.